Hello everyone! Welcome to Agriculture Discover. For thousands of years, figs have been part of human history long before wheat fields or vineyards shaped civilizations. Today, more than 1 million tons of figs are produced worldwide each year, and Turkey stands firmly at the center of this global supply. From sun-baked valleys to fertile Mediterranean plains, Turkish fig farms represent a rare balance between ancient agricultural knowledge and modern farming precision. In this documentary, we travel deep into Turkey's fig-growing regions to uncover how millions of figs are cultivated, harvested, and prepared for markets around the world. This is not just a story about fruit, but about climate patience and a farming tradition passed down through generations. Fig trees thrive where summers are hot and dry and winters remain mild. Turkey's Mediterranean climate offers exactly these conditions, allowing fig trees to grow strong without excessive disease pressure. The soil plays an equally important role. Farmers carefully select well-drained sandy or sandy loam soils with neutral to slightly acidic pH levels, ensuring roots receive oxygen while absorbing nutrients efficiently. Poor drainage is avoided at all costs, as fig roots are extremely sensitive to waterlogging. In many orchards, land is gently sloped to help excess rainwater flow away, naturally protecting tree health over decades of production. Most fig orchards begin with cuttings, taken from mature, high-yielding mother trees. These cuttings, typically 20 to 30 centimeters long, are selected for disease resistance, fruit quality, and consistency. Some commercial farms also use grafted seedlings to improve resilience and uniform growth. Planting usually takes place in spring once frost risk has fully passed. Trees are spaced generously, often 4 to 5 meters apart, giving each tree room to expand its canopy, absorb sunlight, and allow airflow. This spacing is critical for both fruit quality and long-term orchard productivity. Although fig trees are drought-tolerant, controlled water supply significantly improves fruit size and sweetness. Modern Turkish farms rely heavily on drip irrigation systems, delivering precise amounts of water directly to the root zone while minimizing waste. Pruning is a routine but essential task. Farmers remove old, weak, or overcrowded branches to shape the tree and direct energy toward productive fruiting wood. Fertilization blends traditional organic matter with modern nutrient management, focusing on potassium and phosphorus during key growth stages to enhance sugar content and fruit texture. Fig farming involves one of the most fascinating pollination systems in agriculture. Unlike conventional fruits, figs contain their flowers inside a closed structure. In many traditional fig-growing regions, pollination depends on a tiny but essential partner, the fig wasp. These microscopic insects enter the small opening at the base of the syconium, carrying pollen from male fig trees to female ones. In the process of laying their eggs, they unknowingly fertilize the internal flowers, allowing fruit to develop properly. It is a delicate ecological relationship that has existed for thousands of years. Farmers carefully manage this natural partnership. In some orchards, they hang branches containing male figs to encourage wasp activity and ensure successful pollination. Timing is critical, because without proper pollination, fruit size, sweetness, and yield can be significantly reduced. This quiet collaboration between tree and insect remains one of the most remarkable examples of balance in agriculture, where nature and farming work side by side to produce a successful harvest. Fig harvesting is entirely dependent on timing. Unlike many fruits, figs do not ripen after picking. Farmers must wait until each fig reaches peak maturity, identified by its color softness and a slight droplet of natural sap near the stem. Harvesting usually takes place from midsummer through early autumn, with workers entering the orchards in the early morning hours. Cooler temperatures help preserve the fig's fragile skin and reduce the risk of bruising during handling. Every fig is picked entirely by hand, carefully twisted from the branch, rather than pulled to avoid damaging both the fruit and the tree. Workers place the figs into shallow padded containers so they remain in a single layer, preventing pressure damage. Fresh figs are among the most perishable fruits in agriculture. At room temperature, they may last only a few days. Immediately after harvest, figs are moved into cooled storage and transported by refrigerated trucks. At sorting facilities, figs are graded by size, color, and quality. Premium fruits are packed for fresh export to markets such as Europe and the United States, while others are selected for drying or processing. Turkey is world famous for dried figs. Selected figs are laid out on wooden racks under the sun, where they slowly dehydrate over several days. This natural drying method concentrates sugars while preserving nutrients and flavor. Once dried figs are inspected, cleaned, and packaged, dried figs offer a much longer shelf life and are exported worldwide, used in baking confectionery health foods and traditional desserts. Fig farming supports thousands of rural families across Turkey. Beyond its economic value, the fig holds deep cultural significance, symbolizing abundance, peace, and longevity. From ancient mythology to modern export markets, figs remain a powerful agricultural identity for the nation. Behind every ripe fig is the experience and care of Turkish farmers who have worked these orchards for generations. Fig harvesting relies heavily on human skill, as each fruit ripens at its own pace and must be picked by hand at the perfect moment. Workers often return to the same trees many times during the season, choosing quality over speed. For many families, fig farming is more than a job. It is a tradition tied to the land and local communities. From early morning harvests to careful sorting and drying, their dedication ensures that every fig carries not only natural sweetness, but the human touch behind its journey. Every fig carries the result of years of care, climate harmony, and human skill. From careful planting to hand harvesting and sun-drying, Turkish fig farming is a testament to how traditional agriculture can thrive alongside modern systems. As global demand continues to rise, Turkey's fig orchards stand as living proof that patience, respect for nature, and generational knowledge still shape some of the world's finest foods. Hello everyone! It's great to see you again in this next video. At first glance, they look like tiny cabbages stacked neatly along a tall green stalk. But Brussels sprouts, often called mini cabbages, are far more complex than their size suggests. These compact buds belong to the cabbage family and thrive in cool climates where many other crops struggle. Today, they are grown at industrial scale across Europe and North America, using some of the most advanced agricultural technologies in the world. From precision seed breeding to robotic harvesting, let's explore how millions of Brussels sprouts are grown, harvested, sorted, and delivered to global markets. Brussels sprouts are primarily cultivated in the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, United Kingdom, Mexico, United States. As of 2024 to 2025, global Brussels sprout production is estimated at over 2 million metric tons annually, with Europe accounting for the majority of output. In export value, Mexico, the Netherlands, and the United States remain dominant players together, representing more than 80% of global export revenue in recent trade cycles. The Netherlands continues to lead not only in production, but in seed technology and greenhouse innovation. The journey begins long before planting. Modern Brussels sprout production relies on hybrid seed varieties developed through years of selective breeding. These seeds are engineered for uniform bud size, cold resistance, disease tolerance, predictable maturity timing. Dutch seed companies supply a significant share of the world's vegetable seed market, a strategic advantage that ensures consistency from field to factory. Quality at harvest begins with genetic precision. Seeds are sown into modular trays in high-tech greenhouses. Under carefully controlled temperature, humidity, and light conditions, seedlings develop strong root systems over 2 to 3 weeks. Automated irrigation delivers precise amounts of water and nutrient solutions to ensure uniform growth. Greenhouse propagation reduces early-stage crop loss and ensures consistent transplant quality. Once seedlings reach optimal strength, they are transported to open fields. Before planting, soil preparation is critical. The land is tilled to create loose, well-aerated structure that supports deep root penetration. Modern planting machines can transplant up to 8 rows simultaneously, dramatically increasing efficiency. Plants are spaced approximately 10 to 15 centimeters apart, allowing adequate airflow while maximizing field density. Uniform spacing ensures equal sunlight exposure, balanced nutrient competition, even bud formation along each stalk. Large-scale precision reduces variability. Water management is one of the most decisive factors in Brussels sprout production. Most commercial farms use drip irrigation systems, delivering water directly to root zones while minimizing evaporation and disease risk. Fertigation, the combination of irrigation and dissolved fertilizers, optimizes nutrient uptake. During early development, nitrogen supports leaf and stem growth. As buds begin forming, potassium becomes essential to strengthen structure and improve quality. Farmers continuously monitor soil moisture, plant vigor, and pest activity to adjust inputs accordingly. Although the plant is naturally cold hardy, excessive heat can reduce bud quality and delay formation. Cool autumn temperatures between 5 degrees Celsius and 15 degrees Celsius are ideal. Light frost can even enhance sweetness. Unlike fast-growing leafy vegetables, Brussels sprouts are slow developers. After approximately 150 to 180 days, buds begin forming along the central stalk. Each plant typically produces 20 to 30 compact sprouts, each measuring 3 to 5 centimeters in diameter. As maturity approaches, lower leaves may yellow naturally while the buds remain firm and vibrant. Harvest timing must be precise. Too early and buds are underdeveloped. Too late and quality declines. Harvesting Brussels sprouts is a highly specialized process. On large farms, farmers operate dedicated harvesting machines. The process typically follows 3 stages. A circular blade cuts the main stalk. The stalk feeds into a rotating cutting system. Buds are separated and transported via conveyor belts. These machines can process approximately 1.5 tons per hour, significantly reducing manual labor. Integrated optical sensors remove damaged or discolored sprouts, automatically maintaining export standards. However, in smaller farms or uneven terrain, hand harvesting remains common. Workers manually snap mature buds while leaving upper ones to continue developing. Mechanization increases speed. Skilled hands preserve flexibility. Once harvested sprouts move to processing facilities. The first stage is cleaning, removing soil, loose leaves, and debris. Optical sorting systems then classify sprouts by color, diameter, surface integrity. High-grade sprouts are typically those exceeding 30 millimeters in diameter with firm structure and deep green color. Lower-grade sprouts are redirected for processing or animal feed. Automation ensures consistency, but manual inspection remains essential for premium batches. Brussels sprouts are highly perishable and require immediate cooling. After grading, they are packed into 1 kilogram mesh bags or bulk cartons. Each package is labeled with harvest date, weight, origin. Nutritional information. Cold storage facilities maintain temperatures close to 0 to 2 degrees Celsius, extending shelf life and preserving texture. The entire sorting to packaging cycle can take less than 30 minutes in advanced facilities. From here, sprouts are shipped to supermarkets across Europe, North America, and Asia. Beyond production efficiency, Brussels sprouts are valued for their nutrition. They are rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, fiber, antioxidants, plant-based omega-3 fatty acids. Cold season harvesting often enhances sweetness and reduces bitterness, a key quality factor in consumer acceptance. Despite their slightly bitter profile when overcooked, proper preparation transforms them into one of the most versatile vegetables in modern cuisine. Behind every automated planter, irrigation line, and harvesting machine stands a team of experienced farmers and technicians. While technology improves speed and efficiency, human judgment remains essential. Farmers decide when to transplant, adjust irrigation schedules, monitor plant stress, and determine the exact harvest window. Skilled workers oversee sorting lines, ensuring only high-quality mini cabbages reach the market. Even in high-tech agriculture, success still depends on observation, timing, and the expertise of the people managing the fields. From genetically optimized seeds, to greenhouse nurseries, to automated transplanting, to robotic harvesters, and optical sorting systems. The production of mini cabbages represents the integration of biology, engineering, and logistics. Brussels sprout farming is no longer just traditional agriculture, it is precision agriculture at scale. And behind every tiny green bud is a network of innovation working silently to feed global markets.